Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. All right, guys. So we pushed up to new all-time highs on SPY and QQQ, and then we stalled out there. Now QQQ did have this head and shoulders pattern. All right, you started to do a little breakdown there. Okay. But I'm really going to be focusing on SPY right now because SPY is where the cleaner price action is going on over here, all right? So first things first, golden pocket. If you see a pullback to 528.20 to 529, you're looking to buy that pullback, all right? You ain't got to do nothing. But at least I'm going to be looking to buy that pullback, all right? You should expect buyers there, all right? So if you're not new to the channel, then you understand, like, hey, if buyers are going to step in, it's going to be right down here. You also do have support sitting down here at 528.88. All right, so if you do pull into that, expect buyers to step in for at least a dead cat bounce, and it would look something like that. All right, that is a decent sized move for you to play. And more realistically here, let's say you come down here, you could look for a move back into that golden pocket. All right, so that's really what I'm looking for over here, guys. It is Monday, so we're not really expecting too much. We're never expecting too much on a Monday. All right, but so far it is 3:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you do have a large upper wick here. And you do have low volume. All right, so that is not that's not typically the best look. Okay, you have wick, you have another large wick right there. Okay, you effectively do have a double top right here. Double tops rarely play out, but I'll tell you right now, if you break under the neckline, which is going to be at 527.32, the low over here, then you will probably have an equivalent move. So let's just mark this out. So you had it go from there to there. Okay, well, where would that be bringing us? It would be bringing us all the way down here to 523 over here on SPY. So that is definitely something to pay attention to. That is what I will be watching for. All right, I don't think it's going to fall straight down. I think you're probably going to come down here and get a bounce, or you recover from here and you go back up for another high. We're going to hit another 15-minute bearish divergence. Okay, you already had one ever so slight up here. Okay, 71, pay attention over here. 71.22 on the RSI, 71.73 on the RSI. This one's higher. Well, price was lower. That is a bearish divergence. Okay, you come over here to QQ, let's talk about it. All right, so of course, you have my ugly head and shoulders pattern. You got my arrow. Okay, I drew that when we were right here. You're literally just consolidating right up here in a relatively bullish manner over here on QQ. All right, so it's not the same look on SPY. You did have relative weakness over here on SPY. All right, I will point out they have different components. Okay, banks, they're not doing the best right now. All right, JP Morgan, they announced that they will not be doing a buyback at these levels. So, yeah, they pretty much told the stock market, hey, or stock market participants, hey, we're not going to buy our stock up here. So you guys probably shouldn't be doing that either. All right, the Goldman Sachs, did they end up taking a dive from that? Yeah, all right. So banking as a whole, it's starting to turn down. All right, let's see about the regional. Yep, okay. IWM, you getting hit a little harder? No, you're not. Surprise, surprise. There's that, but you do see XLF over here clearly pulling down. All right, on this pullback, where are we going to be paying attention to? All right, well, you're not really respecting over here. Well, we're going to have to see if you get a bounce from here or not. We don't know. All right, but that immediately is going to be the first spot. We're looking for buyers to step in. The second spot is going to be all the way down here. We'll actually just use a level here. We'll go like that. We'll go like that. All right, 41.23 is the high of this candlestick right here. That is going to be a break and retest off this ugly double bottom. And if you can get it, I don't think that's a bad look. I'm actually going to put an alert there because I really like that. All right, so I'm not going to take up too much of your time today, guys. All right, we went over, what's really important here, which is, guys, you have this, shooting star candlestick. You got another shooting star candlestick. Slash spin top because you did have a slight little gap up here. All right, so there's that. Nonetheless, guys, it created a double top. And here is going to be your neckline, the low of this candlestick right here, which is 527.32. Here, I'll let you see it clearly right there. Okay, I know I got a lot of lines. That is what happens when you are focusing on the intraday stuff throughout the day. All right, so there is that. Look at that. You are pushing back up right now. All right. And in the short term, guys, let's look at it this way. We have the freaking magnet on. All right. So let's take that off. All right. Right here. See how you found sellers right here, guys? This works on all time frames. It doesn't really matter what the move you're trying to retrace. It works. They don't have to push it all the way back down here. That's not what the golden pocket is saying. It's saying, hey, the opposing side is probably going to be stepping up in that golden pocket. All right. If they're going to step up. So, if you get up here, yeah, you're probably going to take out the high, go to a new high. IWM, guys, okay, I really don't think this is the worst look at all. I really don't. So this is exactly what I was paying attention to. All right, 209, 208.66. You started getting buyers up at 209. Okay, if you weren't going to hold right here, actually, let me. IWM, not sure how this hourly candle will print, but if it does stay like this, we will have a bullish look. I think either buyers hold the line here or they do so down at 208.66, and that would align with SPY coming down to 528.88. All right, so it did end up pulling back. IWM pulled it back a little more than SPY there. You got very close there, guys. Very close. You got within like 25 cents of our target there on SPY for the day. Well, it wasn't for the day. It was just, you know, guys, in the Discord, I literally just call price action as I see it. Pretty consistent stuff. All right, if you you know, would like all of that. If you guys trade futures, I'm just gonna tell you, I have been trading futures yeah, for most of my day before I go to work. So I definitely will you know, continuously call out the setups and the price action that I see over there. Over here you got SPY and QQ IWM analysis. That's intraday stuff. This is like the bigger boy stuff that's really gonna matter. All right, you did end up having this. I think we had a shooting star form. Yeah, right there. All right, so there was that. Yeah, guys, I've been having a ball with the futures, all right, which I'm actually going to say right now, guys, these things right here, we will transition into these right now, all right? So CLSK, okay, so we are looking for that. You're looking for that, all right? Let's actually say, I think I put all of these guys on the trade ideas right over here, all right? Coin top watch, what was the price? 207. Okay, you come over here. I think it's going to be a damn good week over here, all right? But you come over here to coin, that's going to bring me to my first, all right? My first ticker, my individual ticker that I think has a clean A++ setup, guys. So we've been waiting for this one. If you're not new to the channel, then you know we're calling it down here. We're calling it down here because you know, you're getting really close here. You didn't end up coming down here. Guess what? You have this massive falling wedge here and slash bull pennant, whatever you want to look at this as. If you come over the weekly chart, you can very clearly see, all right, break and retest there, break and retest there, pretty much break and retest over there. All right, so you didn't quite hit it, but you know, you got pretty close, and now you're looking to break out, and it really is going to come down to Mr. BTC over here, right? So you see these lines that got going right here. There's the first spot you were looking for sellers. Did we get sellers there? Yeah, you did get sellers stepping right there at the level. All right, the next spot is going to be right here, right? So this is really just, are we going to get acceptance into this previous trading range here? Okay, so if you do, all right, if you start, you know, going a little like this and you're just consolidating here, I have to assume you're probably going to go like that at the end of the day. Not today, of course, but after that consolidation is up, because you're accepting into this range, all right? Because if sellers were going to pop out, they're going to pop out right here. You could very clearly see this where they sold you through. They bounced you up, they sold you through, right? So they soaked this candlestick over here, all right? Or all these wicks, all right? So buyers underwater. So we know right here, we have motivated sellers, okay? So watch that for Bitcoin, 69.1K right there. All right, is it 69? It's like the what was it, the close over here? 69,135. That is what you're paying attention to. Yeah, I guess we could make an exact level for you guys. All right, well, I mean, I'm going to be watching as well. All right, now that brings me to my next trade idea over here, which I'm also just going to say we definitely called out over in the weekly update, these clean setups. All right, these things are freaking looking monstrous right now. I've been telling you guys, the miners were getting ready for a big explosion. All right, I think this is the starting day. I don't think this is the end. I think this is the start. Okay, let's look at it this way. Dun, dun, dun. This is that day. Dun, dun, dun. This is that day. All right, and now we got a big one. All right, we got a big downtrend break here. So I'm just gonna say, guys, this thing's looking absolutely phenomenal. And honestly, guys, you kind of do have this that going on right there. All right, and you know, let's just actually make that look nice. There you go. Neckline up here, 2105 you could use. That is going to be the high of this candlestick right here. It's technically going to be right here, the high of 2139. So let's just, I guess, mark that out here. All right, so that is that, guys. Yeah, this thing's looking absolutely phenomenal. Now, you want to talk about some other beautiful looking miners. We'll talk about Mara. All right, so Mara did end up having this down trim break. We definitely did end up calling that on the day it happened. We called it out. Look for the retest. What do you get? You get the freaking break and retest. I did not play it, all right, but I did place coin in CLSK, so I am fine with that one. You come over here to Riot. That is the next one with the setup that we're going to discuss here. You have this inverse head and shoulders formation. Guys, when we were right here, I put this trend line up. All right, when we were right here, we started pulling back. That is when that went up. That is when this got here. Okay, well, I put this here, but that's, go back to the video and I guarantee I drew this out. I guarantee it. All right, and then we had this wedge, okay, and we were right here, and then I also called that one out, guys. If you are new to the channel, just know there is not another channel on this YouTube application like the one that you are watching right now. I guarantee it. I know for a fact there's not, because I've been in this space for a while, and I think I know at this point if there is someone that's making content like me. I'm talking SPY QQ IWM analysis each day. I'll let you know. I got your back, all right? What are we also talking about? We're talking about continuous trade ideas coming your way before they happen, not after they happen, before they happen, all right? So if you like making big bucks in the options market, all right, I will give you a bunch of freaking trade ideas consistently on a daily basis. 6 days a week. We do Monday through Friday. Those are our daily updates. And then on Saturday, well, sometimes Sunday, all right? But typically I'll do Saturday. If I can't do it in the morning, I will record it at night after work, all right? But yeah, Saturday, we'll have the weekly update where we will go and take an in-depth view at what we are watching going into next week. The trade ideas that we're paying attention to, like some of these ones I'm pointing out right now. All right, as well as our outlook on SPY and QQQ for the week. All right, so I'm pretty sure one of these paths was we go higher, because we had over here on ES, one was higher, and then we pull back into here. All right, you had on ES on the hourly time frame, you had this wedge going on here. All right, so you kind of just closed out on Friday with that look to you. With like, it did not look bearish to me. It really did not. Okay, you come over here, you get this big hourly wick going on here. It did not look bearish, right? So we did end up popping up to new high. Like I said, double top. Double tops rarely do end up playing out. And even if this one does play out, I told you guys exactly what to be paying attention to, guys. Underneath what is it called? 527.32. Yeah, 527.32. You're just looking for a move down here. And if we're going to get a full-on measure moved, you're going to get the move right down here to 523. You're looking to buy this dip. All right. Regardless, you broke out to new high. We could very clearly tell you this is the impulsive move. This was not the impulsive move. This is the new impulsive move, all right? You want to talk about it? We'll talk about it. This market is one to go up for quite some time now. We're not in a bear market. We're in a bull market. Naturally, things want to go up, all right? So we're going to follow the bullish price action. We're going to be bullish on this dip here on this channel, and that will just be that, all right? So that is that. Next thing I am going to point out is we have Nvidia earnings coming up. All right, coming up on Wednesday. Guys, this will guaranteed be the market mover of the week. And honestly, this thing is setting up to go. Okay, I pointed this out when you surpassed your 0.786 fib here. Okay, you already surpassed it over here. You're setting up to take out this high. That's what's going on here. I know earnings is a completely random event, but, if I had to take a shot in not so darkness here, it's pretty clear this thing wants to take out the high. It's finally happening, and they literally waited till the next earnings to do it. That's insane to me. All right, so that is that. So you come over here, you guys want a sympathy play, eh? All right, SMCI, it's actually consolidating right now. It's kind of pulling back. See that alert? Well, I was looking to buy that. It didn't come down there. It's okay. It's okay. All right, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to pull back, but guys, we miss them. We catch some. That's just the game. All right, it comes with the territory. It's got to be how it is. All right, if you do see that thing pull back, and honestly, you could take that, and you technically did have a break and retest going on right there. All right, not really the most trend line touches going on there, so that is why I have this one going on. But yeah, this thing is very clean. It's definitely going to be moving with Nvidia. So if you see Nvidia have a 10-20% gap up overnight, they announce a split or some crazy crap like that. All right, this thing's probably going straight up into this golden pocket, and I can't imagine it's going to slow down at that point unless Nvidia sells off all day off the open. All right, so that would be that. Next one we're going to talk about is Tesla over here, guys. It's still just ranging out here. You got these two scenarios. All right, I'm really not sure which one you're going to get, but if you start breaking above this level right here, 179.22, which actually we're going to take that off. If you start breaking above this right here, the high of this candlestick, 180, You break above 180. The next stop is going to be, let's just actually use a magnet. I don't know why I don't use this more often. Next stop is going to be all the way up here. And the next level you're paying attention to over there. All right. Why? It's all sellers clear as they stepped up over here. Okay. 198.87. Sellers very clearly, you know, you had a little bounce. Well, that ended your dead cat bounce. Okay. There was that. You guys want to see something else? Let's take off the magnet. All right. Did we get the golden pocket test? You did not actually get into the golden pocket. I'm bugging. Actually, I see something else right now. All right, so let's talk about that. Inverse head and shoulders. Okay, I know there's a crap ton going on here. I'm going to delete these guys. Remember them. Ingrain those in your mind. All right, remember, one of them is going to play out. All right, they were there. I just took them off the chart to make it all clean. You have an inverse head and shoulders formation going on right here. All right, shoulder, head, shoulder. Okay, you also had the falling wedge / bull pennant breakout over there after your big fat nasty gap up. There's that. This thing's setting up to go. I don't know if it comes down here or not. If it does, I'm definitely trying to buy that thing. All right. But you break above 180, that's where you're bullish. Okay. Above 180, you're bullish on Tesla. You come down to over here at 160.51, you're bullish on Tesla. That's how it's going to go. All right. Kava, guys, we did end up calling this one out in the, in the weekly update. Told you guys, all right, it's really just like one of these other daily 9 EMA tests. Worst case scenario, you're going to come down here and hit my alert, and I was going to buy that. All right, that's really what we're looking at. Amazon, you actually did avoid the breakout today. Okay, so that is definitely something to point out here. You got sucked right back in, but I do think this is one that has something in the works here. All right, so that is that. Meta, you're coming straight into that trend line. Guys, watch this trend line. You're either going to reject hard from it or you're going to have an explosion. It's one or the other. All right. We're just going to cover these Fang stocks. That's also something I like to do during these videos. All right. How is everything looking? Microsoft respected the break and retest. All right. There you go. You're pushing up. Honestly, again, guys, these things don't look like they're not going to take out the high. Like you pull back, you're going to pull back right here to 411.89. Okay, which I don't even think that's the right level. Is it the high of this candlestick? Yeah, 411.89. Take that out of there. We're going to use that level right there. All right, the high of this candlestick is going to be 413. That is what we're paying attention to, 413. If you pull back to 413, okay, I'm going to put alert here because I'm not going to be watching otherwise. All right, I'm not going to play this thing. If you get this, that is a break and retest. You actually also have a kind of inverse head and shoulders looking very sloppy here. But you kind of have a left shoulder ahead and a little mini right shoulder, which honestly, in terms of inverse head and shoulders, the strongest formation you could get is one where, the right shoulder is higher than the left. Why? Because it's showing you have a change in trend. All right. You were very clearly showing that buyers stepping in earlier than, they were before. That is strength. Okay. So that's that. You come over here to Mr. Apple, guys. All right. You ticked above the 0.786 bib. Same thing I was just talking about. You're probably going to come up to this high, 196.38. That is what you're looking for from this point on Mr. Apple. I'm not saying it's going to happen immediately, but just like I pointed out over there, you're probably going to find support somewhere. Okay. You're going to find buyers on support somewhere, I should say. Support is going to be 187 over here on the Big Apple. If you pull back into 187, I'm going to be bullish on that. Okay, there's that. You could pull all the way back down here. I don't think that's going to be the case. We're going to declutter a chart there. Okay, if you do, hey, we're paying attention to this zone down here, right? Specifically 179.25. Pan W, you actually do have earnings after the bell, guys. After the bell, this thing, honestly, you get positive earnings, this thing could come back up here. All right, you had a really big, nasty earnings reaction not too long ago, and I know for a fact I pointed out what I was thinking about this thing. This is just a long-term buying opportunity, all right? I'm not saying I was going to be doing long-term buying, but hey, if you're bullish on this thing has pulled back, and every time the daily RSI is down here, these are your only buying opportunities. They can last a little while, okay? They can, but in the end, this thing has continually made higher highs for its whole existence, so you might as well just follow the trend there. All right, there you go. Baba, down over here. Okay. Bob, guys, you're still just waiting on that pullback. You're watching 82.22. Okay. GDX, you did have some continuation today. I think this thing honestly is setting up for I already gave my thoughts, all right? I think it's setting up for a move up to there. See how Hershey's doing after today. All right. We were looking for that pullback down there. You did not end up getting that. Okay. Now there is one last little freebie I'm going to give you guys. All right. I think this thing is setting up to do some big things. Okay. So yeah, on the weekly time frame, You literally just coiling this bad boy up, waiting for that explosive move. All right. And now you're stalling out right here at resistance. Okay. So, you know, you did hit TP1. You didn't give me the entry though. So, shame on you, Mr. Iron. Shame on you. It's okay. It's okay. All right. In this zone, you're definitely expecting sellers to step in. Okay. You can actually come down here, golden pocket. Okay. It's literally right above. It is right above. And honestly, you can, what do I do there? Take it down there. Right there. All right. That's, we don't do that. We don't just make the charts shape our view. No, we make our viewpoint off of the charts, guys. We connect the puzzle pieces, and that is that. Speaking of puzzle pieces, Mr. VIX, guys, yeah, I still think this is going to be the case, which means SPY is going to be heading up to new highs. All right. So there's that. Yeah, I really don't think VIX is setting up to like rocket just yet. I really don't. I think we're going to follow this path right here. Okay, but Iron over here, guys, this thing is something that I think on this pullback, you see that pullback, it's not at all a bad idea to, you know, take some lottos there. All right, I think this thing is setting up to, it can move. We see it can move. Okay, now speaking of lottos, guys, this Zach thing right over here, this Charlie thing right over here, I like both of them. Okay, I am, these are my first crypto little trade lotto things. Okay. So I've been having fun just swapping these things back and forth. And, yeah, I think this thing's going a lot higher, but I'm also going to say this thing, you guys can see what I see. This thing will just move with the other thing, and it continuously has these massive pumps, and it comes all at once. All right. So you gotta see the pumps when they come, because they also come with the dump. So speaking of lottos, we want to talk about lottos. We'll talk about them right over here. This guy, okay, is putting his reputation on it. And that is why I jumped aboard down here. I don't even know where it was. I think I started in, I think it was low 20s right over here. But guys, this thing is, I don't know. I literally gambled $800. I threw half and half on each. And yeah, that is like 3.2K right now. So that is a cool freaking thing. All right. Cool freaking thing for me. I am just saying, do not put money on this thing that you're not willing to lose. Do not put money on this thing that you're not willing to lose, because it could get rugged. I just don't think this one is. Why? Because he's putting his whole damn reputation. The guy just like, you know, he was just like a whole legal thing. I don't know if he went to jail or not. All right. But a whole legal thing back, I think it was 2020 into 2021 for pumping and dumping penny stocks. And now he puts his reputation on this. He comes back to Twitter with a 500 something K Twitter account. And yeah, I think he's going to keep pumping this thing. And he literally, you know, he keeps saying, yeah, the devs, the guys, the developers, they are not going to rug pull. They're not going to sell. All right. They want to just keep bringing this thing up. And honestly, I believe him. All right. I believe him. I've literally just been, you know, profits, and I've been, you know, on both of these, I've just been buying back when they die. All right. And then selling Charlie on this pump, and it's been really fun. All right. But yeah. All right. So that's my crypto lottos for you guys here on this channel. That is that. All right, guys, with that being said, everybody have a lovely rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed being here with you guys. I hope you guys found this useful. I hope, you know, if you guys are feeling ever so inclined and you find this so useful that you're like, oh, holy, I got to show my friend. Guys, I appreciate you so freaking much. I do. Let's spread the word. Let's keep growing the channel. Okay, guys, we're on the way to 10K. We're above 7K. Honestly, guys, yeah, beginning of last year, we were such a small YouTube channel. Okay, we were like a 1K YouTube channel. We're not that way anymore. Okay, we're doing bigger things here. 10K is the next goal. We're gonna get there. Now, speaking of growth over here, guys, go follow the Twitter over here. I will continuously also be pointing out trade ideas and chart setups. And I also, every weekend, on Saturday, I will tell you guys, hey, good morning. We're going to take tick requests. Let me know what those tick requests is. I will try and get to every single one of them. If there's something that looks like absolute crap, and there is absolutely nothing to say about the chart, I probably will not post the chart. Okay, there's sometimes some of those. And I understand people just kind of, you know, are watching them. But guys, there's definitely better stuff to be paying attention to. And I typically am calling all these things out. All right. Obviously, I do get stuff from you guys and stuff like that, you know, ideas and stuff, like, because, you know, tick requests, I love doing it. All right. I get, you know, to look at more charts and get, you know, more setups on my radar. Okay. But yeah, whatever you guys want me to look at, let me know every Saturday when you see that tweet. It's going to be Saturday morning. I'm going to say, hey, good morning, fam. Tick request or some variation of that. Okay, so that is that. But as you see, I like stocks and options. Here's where I share my setups and charts. Hope you do enjoy. And there is what we're watching right now. With that being said, ladies and gents, everybody have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one after I point out shop right here. Shop, break above 59.67. You're probably getting, you're taking out these TPs, all right? All right, with that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Everybody have a lovely rest of the day, and peace.